Well, did you see it, folks? Donald Trump just had the political equivalent of a public nervous breakdown, live on Truth Social and in all caps. CNN called the night historic. America called it enough is enough. After a string of massive Democratic wins across the map, Virginia, New Jersey, New York City, Trump did what he always does when reality hits him square in the face. He yelled at it, and he stomped his swollen feet. Tonight, the voters flipped the table and Trump flipped out. The self-proclaimed winner finally met something he couldn't sue, cheat or tweet his way past: a massive turnout.
My fellow Virginians, tonight we sent a message. We sent a message to every corner of the Commonwealth. A message to our neighbors and our fellow Americans across the country. We sent a message to the whole world that in 2025, Virginia chose pragmatism over partisanship. We chose our Commonwealth over chaos. You all chose leadership that will focus relentlessly on what matters most: lowering costs, keeping our communities safe, and strengthening our economy for every Virginian. Leadership that will focus on problem solving, not stoking division. We chose leadership that will always put Virginia first. And Virginia, I cannot wait to get to work.
That is what grown-up reality-based politics sounds like. Abigail Spanberger, a former CIA officer, didn't just win, she flipped the governor's mansion in Virginia, and she made history as the state's first female chief executive, winning with a decisive focus on pragmatism over partisanship. And somewhere in the Oval Office, Trump's remote control didn't survive the night. They say leadership is about results, but Trump's brand of leadership has only one result: chaos. Therefore, when voters picked competence and stability over MAGA spectacle, the self-proclaimed winner got served a brutal reality check. And if you thought he'd take it with grace, you must be new here. Because this wasn't just a victory, it was a resounding rejection letter from the country Trump thought he owned.
So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up. We will hold bad landlords to account because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants.
Yep, 4 words, and every one of them carved deeper than any late-night monologue ever could. That's Zoran Mamdani, the Democratic Socialist who just became New York City's first Muslim mayor, making history while publicly humiliating Trump's last-minute desperate endorsement of Andrew Cuomo. Trump has spent weeks calling Mamdani a communist and a total nutjob. Therefore, Mamdani's decisive victory, winning with over 50% of the vote, proves that Trump slurs are political liability, not a rallying cry. They say politics is cyclical, but tantrums are timeless. And Trump's reaction was instant vintage. And there it is, the digital equivalent of a toddler throwing his phone across the playroom. And his excuses? Trump wasn't on the ballot and shutdown were the two reasons that Republicans lost. He blamed the government shutdown, he blamed the ballot, and he forgot to blame himself. The data makes the meltdown even worse. Exit polls showed the majority of voters in key races were directly voting to reject Donald Trump and his chaos. Therefore, instead of basic introspection, we get insurrection energy in larger font. This wasn't a lucky night for Democrats. It was a trend with receipts. Governors flipped, courts held, and local seats turned blue in places that used to be MAGA breeding grounds. Tonight's results weren't random. They were the revenge of the people. And it's unbelievable. Instead of asking why voters rejected him, he demanded Republicans terminate the filibuster. He's losing states hand over fist, so he's blaming parliamentary procedure. That's like losing the Super Bowl and yelling at the rule book. They call it strategy, but really, it's just survival instinct disguised as leadership. Therefore, his entire meltdown isn't about policy, it's about panic. Deep down, even Trump knows what this means. For the first time, it's not the prosecutors or the press taking him down, it's the actual voters. The myth of his political inevitability bled out a little bit more with every ballot counted. They say democracy moves slow, but tonight it moved just fast enough to watch Trump realize he's no longer the main character. His all-caps rage is the sound of power leaving the building. Trump once promised, we'll win so much you'll get tired of winning. America, they got tired first. The voters just sent Trump a message he can't delete, typed in lowercase and signed, "We the people." If you want to see more stories like this, leave a comment down below and hit the wee subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, consider sharing it with your friends because it really helps a lot. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.